KKR. What's a Sunday morning without some beats? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only nightclub that opens the door this early. Here's extending a warm welcome. Imagine if a team goes to Punjab and beats them at their own game, not just on the cricket field, but even with the Bhangra. What'll happen when they play at home at Eden Gardens? Look what company I've got here. I've got an ex-Knight. Yeah. I've got someone who, of course, is all Kolkata at heart. He is Avi KKR. And, of course, all you Knight Riders fans, this is your very own show, a show that belongs to Kolkata Knight Riders. And this is why we call it Nightclub. David Hussey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
First time, Deep Das Gupta, but we're talking about two teams today, Kolkata Knight Riders versus Gujarat Lions. But first up, tell us this mood in the camp. They're doing well. A little bit of dancing, some right beats. Was that happening in the inaugural few seasons as well?
In the inaugural few seasons, yeah, it was more of a party atmosphere. Didn't matter win or lose, we basically had a very, very good time. But they're playing some good cricket at the moment, the Knights, and they love playing at Eden Gardens, don't they? So a bit of stability there. They love being at home.
There's been a few changes now. The results have been coming too. But Deep, you're looking at Eden Gardens. For Kolkata Knight Riders to play host to a team that's coming at the back of 3 defeats, क्या आप कहेंगे कि Kolkata Knight Riders start favourites इस मैच में?
बिल्कुल, मैं तो शुरू से कह रहा था, इनफैक्ट मैं तो टूर्नामेंट के शुरू से कह रहा था कि देल बी फेवरेट्स, और मेरे हिसाब से तो फेवरेट्स थे और अभी भी हैं. और अभी द बेस्ट पार्ट इज़ कि अभी सारे मैचेस है, ज़्यादातर मैचेस होम मैचेस हैं. तो होम मैचेस में वैसे ही ईडन में हराना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. केकेआर को ऊपर से फॉर्म जो है बहुत ही शानदार, मेरे हिसाब से सबसे well balanced side आप कहेंगे इस टूर्नामेंट में अब तक केकेआर का?
Well, we're looking at two teams from the top half of the table, but Kolkata Knight Riders सिर्फ 2 और जीत चाहिए playoffs में अपनी जगह बनाने के लिए. But for Gujarat Lions, it will not be easy because they've entered Kolkata's den, Eden Gardens, which is not less than a fortress for the Knight Riders.
IPL 2016 ऐसे मोड़ पर आ चुका है जब सारी टीमों की नजर प्लेऑफ्स की तरफ है. दौड़ में गुजरात लायंस और कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स सबसे आगे हैं. पॉइंट्स टेबल पर नजर डालें तो केकेआर नंबर 1 पर है और गुजरात लायंस नंबर 2 पर, यानी टक्कर कांटे की है. टीम के खिलाड़ियों को भी इस मैच की इंपॉर्टेंस का पूरा पता है और तैयारी जमकर की जा रही है.
Well, it's a game of cricket after all, so we're running high on confidence and we're playing in our fortress, so I think we're feeling really good about this game. It's important for us to maintain momentum and respect the momentum that we have created for ourselves, and I think all the boys are really keen, and we understand that it's the second half of the tournament, the more important half of the tournament, so we know we need to have a few more good games and we're looking forward to this one. They're a good team, so we respect them, but we're playing in our fortress, so we're going to be focusing on our strengths.
I think we take it game by game. I think we don't really look at the standings at the point in time of the game. It's just to go there, play our best cricket, and hopefully come out victorious at the end.
नाइट राइडर्स को सिर्फ 2 जीत और चाहिए प्लेऑफ्स में क्वालिफाई करने के लिए, और उनके अगले कुछ मैच यहीं कोलकाता में ही हैं. कोलकाता के ईडन गार्डन्स पर केकेआर का रिकॉर्ड बेमिसाल है. 2014 से 13 मैच खेले हैं, जिनमें से 11 में जीत मिली है, यानी जीत प्रतिशत है 84 का. ईडन गार्डन्स में केकेआर को हराना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है. और दूसरी तरफ बात करें गुजरात की, तो गुजरात का फॉर्म ढलता जा रहा है और केकेआर के लिए इससे बढ़िया मौका नहीं होगा. लोहा गर्म है, धोती मार दो हथौड़ा.
Quite a few points to focus on when you look at this game, but a quick look at the form guide. They say T20 cricket is all about momentum, and that is where you will see at the bottom of the screens the last 3 matches. They're all in red for Gujarat Lions, but for Kolkata Knight Riders, they won 2 crucial matches. One against the RCB and the other with Kings 11 Punjab. Excellent last over. We'll get to the nitty-gritties. How important is this? Because especially for Kolkata Knight Riders, they lost a couple of games, quickly arrested the slides, and different heroes keep popping up in every game.
Yeah, which is a good sign for the depth in squad, I guess. But they've done all the hard work playing away from home, winning and losing, or 50% away from home win-loss record. But now they're back at home, familiar surroundings. They play very well there. They know the grounds, they know the conditions, and they're very confident, aren't they?
We were talking about it from the start of the season, Deep, that Kolkata Knight Riders is one of the strongest teams, now just 2 wins away from making it to the playoffs. Their opponents, however, Gujarat Lions, got off to a very good start. The top order, the top 4 in the last 3 matches averages 9.
Yeah.
How big a worry is that for them?
That would be a huge worry as far as Gujarat Lions are concerned, because if you look at the start of the season or start of this IPL, it was predominantly their openers which were actually taking them through. I mean, now their openers are failing. Middle order wasn't firing then, and they aren't firing now. So that obviously is a problem for them. And last 3 games, that has been the issue for them, because Smith hasn't fired, McCullum hasn't fired, Finch coming at 5 has scored runs.
Yeah.
But then the biggest problem as far as I'm concerned is Suresh Raina not looking the Suresh Raina of the past. I mean, last game also he got a start, got 20 odd, but then got out after that. That's not something that you would relate to Suresh Raina in IPL.
But when you talk about Kolkata Knight Riders, David, this is a team that's been picking up wickets even against those orders who've been firing, top orders who've been firing, because right at the start of the game, they've picked up maximum number of wickets. You look at Kolkata Knight Riders, 18 wickets in 9 games is what they picked up at the start. So you've got to give, these are wonderful numbers, economy of 6.93 power play overs and 18 wickets. They're miles ahead of the others.
Yeah, it's incredible, and they're top of the list for a reason. I think Gambier's got his bowlers bowling superbly. They have their plans, they execute their plans, and they try and win the power play. And as Professor Dino always says, if you win the power play, you generally goes a long way to winning the game. And the KKR boys, they know their surroundings and they execute their skills.
There are always a few surprises in terms of numbers here on Night Club. Now you'd expect कि spinners जो हैं ये spinners का काम है, क्योंकि अक्सर पिछले सीजन तक तो देखते थे नारायण पावर प्ले में आ जाते थे, कोई ना कोई स्पिनर चटका देता था, लेकिन कंपैरिजन देखते हैं स्पिनर्स और पेसर्स ने किस तरह से गेंदबाजी करे. Here's a surprise. It's actually the fast bowlers who've been at the helm of this fabulous performance for Kolkata Knight Riders this season. 33 wickets to pacers, average better than spinners, marginally more expensive, but that strike rate, they almost every 16, 17 balls, 2.5 overs, they're picking up wickets.
That's the key, isn't it? I mean, if you look at the KKR before this season, you'd always think the spinners would do the job for you. लेकिन इस साल से अगर आप देखें तो पहले ऑक्शन में उन्होंने एक बदलाव किया उनके सोच में कि चलिए अपने पास स्पिनर तो हैं, लेकिन अब थोड़ा फास्ट बॉलर भी ले आए. ऑन्ड्रे रसल बहुत बढ़िया फॉर्म में रहे हैं पिछले 1-1.5 साल से. अब उन्होंने हेस्टिंग्स को ले आया, मॉर्कल को ज़्यादा खिला रहे हैं. तो पहले जैसे आप कह सकते थे थोड़ा 1 डिमेंशनल था उनका बॉलिंग, अब मल्टी डिमेंशनल हो गए. अभी उनके पास मिस्ट्री बॉलर हैं, सुनील नारायण हैं, हॉग चाइनामैन हैं, कुलदीप यादव हैं, तेज़ गेंदबाज भी हैं, और ऑन्ड्रे रसल ने बहुत ज़्यादा प्रभाव डाला है. उनका फॉर्म पिछले 1-1.5 साल से अलग ही लगे हैं. देखिए पहले भी छक्के लगाते थे, लेकिन अब विकेट ले रहे हैं, तभी वो जो आंकड़े हमने देखे काफ़ी हद तक इसलिए क्योंकि ऑन्ड्रे रसल फॉर्म में है.
David Rassi has understood every single thing that you said here. So I'll just move on to your language of preference. David, we were talking about Andre Russell chipping in, but even the likes of Morne Morkel, Umesh Yadav, so much so that Sunil Narayan has been pushed slightly down the pecking order even here on Night Club, because it's the Pacers. 8 matches, 10 wickets for Yadav. It's actually Russell who's the highest wicket taker. He's on top of that list in the race for the purple cap.
Yeah, well, he's got the purple cap at the moment. He's bowling very well, bowling fast, and he bowls up front, and he bowls at difficult areas too. Look at that, 13 wickets. It's a phenomenal tournament. But the unsung hero is probably Yadav. He's taking wickets, and Morne Morkel too. They hit the opposition hard up front early and really get into the middle order pretty early on in the contest. But also another unsung hero is Chawla. I think Chawla's been a very underrated player, and he also provides a bit of stability and a bit of defensive nous for GG at the back end of the innings.
We'll come to Chawla, the spinners, a little later, because we're talking about the man right at the top when it comes to the race for the purple cap. Well, he's been, of course, a genuine match winner for Kolkata Knight Riders, even more so this season. Call him Dre Russ, call him Muscle Russell. He, of course, has played a stellar, an extremely important role in the resurgence of the Knight Riders.
Andre, we're back home after a long stint away. We've come back with a huge win. It's boosted all our confidences, and It's boosted our confidence. Sorry. How do you think taking this forward is going to be from now on for the Kolkata Knight Riders?
You know, we have the home advantage. You know, we know how to play according to our wickets, but it's still cricket. We lost game here before, so we're not going to take nothing for granted. And you know, we just know that once we keep playing to our ability, then you know, no team can stop us because we have a very balanced team. When I look at the batting lineup, for instance, last night, you know, it makes me feel confident going in and playing my shots. Because if I get out, I have Surya to come, and you know, I have confidence in Purish and the other guys that you know they can get 20 runs off 10 balls. So we have a very good balance in our team, bowling and batting. So restricting team for 160, 170, even 180. You know, we have the capacity to get the job done on any day or any night.
Called Muscle Russell for a reason. Look at that strike rate, 156.84. मतलब दीप, जब आप आज की रेट में बात करते हैं बहुत सारे ऑलराउंडर्स की, उस लिस्ट में जेन्युइन ऑलराउंडर्स की लिस्ट में क्या बहुत आगे निकल गए हैं अंडर्स?
बिल्कुल आप कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि एक ऐसे शख्स जो जैसे हमने कहा कि पहले बल्लेबाजी में तो रन बनाते ही थे। आपको याद होगा 2015 में भी वर्ल्ड कप में उनका बल्ले से बड़ा अच्छा था प्रदर्शन, लेकिन पिछले 1-1.5 साल से आप देखिए कहाँ गेंदबाजी भी कर रहे हैं। पहले 6 में जहाँ पे करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है, और आखिरी 4 में, और पहले 6 और आखिरी 4 में गेंदबाजी करने के बावजूद उनके वो आंकड़े हैं जहाँ पे स्ट्राइक रेट, जो रन है, इकोनॉमी रेट नीचे है, सब कुछ इतना बढ़िया है। और बल्लेबाजी में जैसे आपने कहा कि बहुत कम देखने को मिलता है ऐसे खिलाड़ी है, ऐसे ऑलराउंडर जो गेंद से तो मैच जिताएंगे, बल्ले से भी, और ये वो हैं, बहुत रेयर कमोडिटी है ये।
Love the naughties. Would you agree with him?
Oh, absolutely. He's a T20 prototype, isn't he, Andre Russell?
Oh, well done. He was actually getting everything you were saying.
There you
Well
go.
done.
9 seasons in the IPL for him.
One all-rounder to another.
But he also fields as well. He's a T20 specialist, and he's quite a find for the KKR Knights, isn't he?
But when you look at his batting, the sort of impact that you've got a middle order where you've got a few impressive Indians, but the way he's batted in the last couple of matches, that partnership with Yusuf Pathan, it's not all about just muscling it away. How important is that?
Incredible. He doesn't waste any time, does he? He goes out there, takes his guard, and from ball one, the bowler's under pressure. He's trying to strike it at 150 from ball one. It's incredible, and it's probably takes a lot of pressure off the middle order players as well.
I mean, वो एक बहुत ज़रूरी हिस्सा है इस पूरे टीम का कि आप, क्योंकि आपको पता है कि आंद्रे रसल पीछे आके 150-160 के स्ट्राइक रेट से रन बना सकते हैं, आपके पास यूसुफ पठान है, तो शुरू में आप थोड़ा वक्त ले सकते हैं, थोड़ा वो कुशन है आपके पास, और वो एक बहुत बड़ा आप कह सकते हो कंफर्ट जोन है जो मिडिल ऑर्डर जैसे डेविड ने कहा और ओपनर्स के पास।
लेकिन एक और खिलाड़ी जिस पर सबकी निगाहें थी, सुनील नारायण, how will he fare? I mean, over a period of time, Gautam Gambhir has sort of blooded him in. We asked Sunil Narayan, he's got an impeccable record at Eden Gardens. Is there a particular reason behind that? Let's find out what he had to say.
I think it's the surface is probably the key, but I think the fans and the way they cheer for us makes it a lot easier for us, even though we are in tight situations. I think we have a lot of bowlers, so there's not really one bowler in particular, but I think it's according to how the game's going, and everyone is doing their part. It makes my job a lot easier. It's something I enjoy, but at days it can get tough, but at the end of the day, it's cricket you're playing, and whatever situation it's in front of you, you try your best at it.
Well, at the Eden Gardens, 20 innings, you're looking at 29 wickets, but it's the other numbers which just stand out. 14.7 the average, 5.3 the economy. He's been there, one of their biggest match winners over the last few seasons. Was not part of the previous game. At Eden, with that record, do you slot him right back in the side?
For me, yes. He's a match winner, and he was Gigi's go-to guy for a moment there. If they ever got in any trouble, Gigi would throw him the ball, and the over would go for 2 runs, and he'd generally get 1 or 2 wickets. So he's a world-class player, and he's probably not at his best at the moment, but he's a fighter, and you probably see the best of Sunil Narayan coming at the back end of the tournament.
When you look at Gujarat Lions, who would be the biggest threats for Kolkata Knight Riders? कोई ऐसे बल्लेबाज मतलब टॉप ऑर्डर एक बार फिर से शुरुआत में उन पर प्रेशर डाला जाए?
बिल्कुल, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं कि जैसे ही उनके टॉप ऑर्डर पे आप प्रेशर डालें, जल्दी से उनको आउट करने की कोशिश करें, और मिडिल ऑर्डर को जितना जल्दी ले आएंगे। देखिए, सब प्रेशर में है इस वक्त। तो गुजरात लायंस भी प्रेशर में है, उनके मिडिल ऑर्डर बैट्समैन काफ़ी प्रेशर में है, क्योंकि एक बार क्या हो जाता है ना, आप जब लगातार 3 मैचेस हार जाते हैं तो मानसिक रूप से आप काफ़ी नीचे रहते हैं, तो वहाँ से उभर के आना एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज होता है, जो जैसे अभी आप लोग कह रहे थे सुनील नारायण जो इस चैलेंज को पार करके हैं, तो वही वैसे ही कुछ चैलेंज होगा गुजरात लायंस के बल्लेबाजों के ऊपर और उसका पूरा फायदा उठाना चाहिए।
पर चैलेंज होगा उनके गेंदबाजों के लिए भी, because even they have a solid top order to bowl to, because you're looking at Gothappa. That's what the partnership is called. It's been Robin Uthappa, it's been Gautam Gambhir. That's the term which we've got to live with. Sounds good, it's got a ring to it, but there's more to this, because you look at the race for orange cap standings, and you've got Gautam Gambhir, who is currently at 393. He would want to add to that tally. How good have these two been at the top?
Phenomenal. It's probably been the cornerstone of their success, the Knights, their opening partnership. If Gautam hasn't got the runs, Robin's definitely cashed in as well. And I think they average about 50 for an opening partnership, which is absolutely incredible, and goes a long way to relieve all the pressure for the middle order players.
Probably might be a little different from what Smith and McCullum together are. They've got their own style, but it's a style that's worked very well for Kolkata Knight Riders. भाई तंग कर दिया ना रॉबिन उथप्पा को यही सवाल पूछ के, क्यों इतनी अच्छी पार्टनरशिप है आप दोनों की। लेकिन फिर से पूछा हमने सवाल और उनसे पूछा कि उनको क्या लगता है Gothappa, does he like the ring to it? Let's find out what Robin has to say.
Honestly, I'm a little bored answering this question, but I think Gotti and I just get each other when we're on the field. I think the chemistry of our partnership, of our camaraderie on the field while we're batting is really, really good. I think we understand each other without even having to say much to each other, because we know if one guy's hitting the ball well, the other guy knows he has to feed the other guy strikes. So, we follow simple patterns. We run well between the wickets. We communicate between the overs. I think it's as simple as that. And I think both of us take the ownership of that responsibility to get the team off to a good start. So I think, you focus on these critical points, and then, you go out there and you put your best foot forward, and it works for us. Well, either works as long as KKR is winning.
Well, I know that was politically correct as long as they're winning, but Gothappa, it's got a better ring than Robin, let's be honest about that. But now that we are just sort of, easing up the tone here, let's head to our segment Silly Point, where it's the Gujarat Lions who are unaware of the trap that is being laid out by the Knight Riders. Well, it's actually been the other way around this time around, because they're focusing on pacers, but Sunil Narayan is standing there with the trap. You like that Silly Point?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. I like the figurines, they're quite funny.
Yeah, Sunil Narayan spot on. Who was it next to him?
I assume it was Gigi, yeah.
Yes, Gigi started to smile. Things are looking good for Kolkata Knight Riders. He's in stellar form, of course. But let's again remind you that it's only 2 more wins that Kolkata Knight Riders need to make it to the playoffs. So sometimes that can give you some time to, head out of the cricket field, maybe go to the golf course and have a competition. Some driving, some putting.
This season, the Kolkata Knight Riders have decided to give back to the community, and for that purpose, they have a night golf tournament that has been arranged at the Royal Calcutta Golf Course, and all the proceeds of this event will be going to charity. Well, let's find out what the players are doing, how they're feeling, and how they're faring so far. Who among the Knights would you say is the best player to play golf with?
Well, I'd say probably Jacques Ellis. He's got an amazing swing, but then also looking the new boy that's just come on the block, Bouch, has got a great swing on the driving range, so it's probably between them two, I'd say.
All right, and who do you think is the most professional, the pro golfer of the Knight Riders?
It's got to be Morne Morkel. He's always looking on YouTube to see what swing would work for him, and he's doing a lot of research on golf swings, so I reckon it's probably Morne.
It's magnificent. The communities have supported us, and it's our way of giving something back to the community. I think it's a great initiative, but it's certainly a magnificent charity. Sometimes it's nice to get reminded of people that are less fortunate than you, or aren't as well off in a health point of view as you. It's just a reminder not to take things for granted, and a great way to give back to people that are less fortunate than us.
आपने कभी इसके पहले गोल्फ खेला है?
खेला है मैंने, एक्चुअली रेंज सेटिंग किया है, बट उससे ज़्यादा मुझे लग रहा है ये डिफिकल्ट है। अभी मैंने पकड़ के देखा, एक होल में भी मेरा बॉल गया नहीं, तो अभी ट्राई कर रहा हूँ। जयदेव से सीख रहा हूँ क्योंकि उसको देख के ऐसा लग रहा है वो प्रोफेशनल है, वो पहले खेल चुका है, लेकिन उससे ज़्यादा मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है यहाँ पे आके सब बच्चों से मिलने के लिए, क्योंकि इतने सारे बच्चे मैंने एक साथ कभी देखे नहीं, तो एक बहुत अच्छा फीलिंग है।
तो आप जब यहाँ पे आए तो आपको बेसिक्स बताए गए कि आपको पटिंग में क्या क्या करना है, तो आपको क्या क्या बताया गया?
आके बताया पहले नमस्ते करना है, तो मेरे को लगा सबको रिस्पेक्ट देनी है, तो मैंने आके सबको नमस्ते किया। तो उसके बाद उन्होंने कहा ऐसे छड़ी पकड़ के नमस्ते करनी है, तो उसके बाद ऐसे झुक जाना है और फिर दे दनादन देना है। और बहुत देर से ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, 2-3 चली गई है लेकिन अभी तक।
We are at the RCGC ड्राइविंग रेंज और हमारे नाइट्स यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं कि सबसे लंबा शॉट किसका लगेगा आइए देखते हैं। Jaydev, it's a pretty intense competition here. Tell us what's happening. Walk us through this.
I'm not in a mood to, tell you much about the game, but it's been fun so far. I've been learning a few tricks of golf. I think it's a good competition between Sunil and Surya so far from what we have seen in the shots that are played here.
Who do you think is your biggest competition here?
I'm not sure. I don't know the results as yet, but hopefully it hopefully it can come on my way. Playing a sport that I'm not really good at. It's good to win, but I think there were some pretty good challenges like Surya, but unfortunately I came out on top this time. It's not FIFA.
Another day draws to a close and the boys have had a blast today at the RCGC before this IPL season enters its prime. Well, let's hope that the boys have let off some steam and now they can be all guns blazing in the remaining half of this IPL season.
Well, so all the foreign players decide to go right up early in the morning to get some sun time going. The Indians are like, it's too hot. We'll go a little later. Is that usually the case? You love coming here and getting some suntan, isn't it?
Especially early in the morning. It gets a bit hot during the day, doesn't it? So you've got to get out and about early, come in the afternoon, laze by the pool.
Do you remember any of your favourite stories? The time that you spent with Kolkata Knight Riders? Was there much of golf there?
A little bit of golf, not too much. We're under Dutta. He kept a pretty close knit team, and it was a nice, relaxing time. It was a very, very good franchise to be a part of.
Whenever we talk of golf, Deep Dasgupta is just beaming. Some of the golf courses where he practices, scratch golfer. Scratch or scratchy?
One.
I'm scratching myself when I'm playing golf. We don't talk about golf with Deep Dasgupta here, but we are talking about Kolkata Knight Riders. It is a team that continues to put smiles on everyone's faces, and when they got some time off, they decided to go to a cancer institute, meet some of the affected ones who look up to them and just spreading the smile.
Good shot!
We are at the St. Jude's Childcare Centre in Kolkata for children battling and recovering from cancer. Gioni has given our favourite KKR superstars this wonderful opportunity to interact with these children. Let's see how today goes.
Kids have some amazing energy, and it just puts a lot of things into perspective. It does.
Fabulous. Heroes spreading legacy. Kolkata Knight Riders, they're a love team. Army KKR is the hashtag. But it's almost time up for us here on Night Club. पता भी नहीं चला लेकिन prediction के बिना थोड़ी जाने देंगे. आप कुछ predict करना चाहेंगे?
The Knights will continue their winning formula.
He just picks up keywords and he knows exactly what you're asking.
There you go.
Hey, you could probably still use the hashtag Army KKR. If I ask you in Bengali also, you will answer.
I am KKR.
He spent 3 years with KKR in Calcutta, so I'm sure he's picked up some Bengali as well.
A little.
Similar prediction for you also, I'm guessing.
Yeah, obviously. Like I said, पहले से कहते आ रहा हूँ कि मेरे हिसाब से they've been favourites and they still are.
So that would mean they would take a step to move closer to the playoffs. But Gujarat Lions, they'd be hoping to offer a strong challenge, try and find their roar back. But for all of you, you can keep roaring on social media. You use hashtag ArmyKKR. You can put this, of course, video out, retweet it. And hashtag Nightclub. We might just get you here, so part of our audience. Respond to your tweet, get some reactions out of the experts. But hope you enjoyed this edition. Best of luck to the Knight Riders for the game coming up this evening.
KKR.